Hi everyone, today a special Champions League video. So first we will debrief what happened in the playing stage, and then I do predictions, and maybe we will do prediction if my teammate Nono comes on times. So part one is what we predicted in the previous round. So the first game was Paris Saint-Germain against Monaco. A little bit tougher than I expected. 5-4 in aggregate. Paris didn't play very well. Got the qualification, that was the most important, but a little bit concerning for the next round. Overall, Monaco was probably the better of the two teams, I would say. But experience prevailed, so Paris got through. Then we had Benfica against Real Madrid. Well, both of us predicted Real Madrid. Again, not very convincing from the Madridista. So we'll see what comes next. We'll predict that later on. Then we had Newcastle against Karabakh. So this tie was over after the first leg. Newcastle went to Karabakh and won 6-1. But I have to say, the return leg was interesting from Karabakh. They played, they didn't give up, they didn't throw the game away. So credit to them, 3-2 return for Newcastle. But let's keep an eye on Karabakh for next year. And both me and Noel predicted Newcastle. Then the fourth game we predicted was Inter Milano against my team, Bodo Glimt. And my team did the impossible, won the first leg and won the second leg. It shows that by playing football, sometimes you are rewarded, and I use sometimes because other times you're not. But man, what a display from this team. I love this team, man. I discovered them last year, as I said, in going all the way through to the semi-final in the Europa League, and they deserve their place. If you look at what they have achieved this year, it's already amazing. What they have done is amazing. And in this return leg, you can say, yes, Inter has the early chances, but couldn't score. Then when the tie was at 1-1, boom, 2 goals, game over. So the finalist from last year is out of the competition, and the adventure continues for Bodo Glimt. Let's hope. It carries on. Sorry. The fifth game we predicted, we disagreed once again, because I predicted Bodo Glimt, Noel predicted Inter. Now he predicted Galatasaray, I predicted Juventus. First leg 5-2 for Galatasaray. I think most people thought it was over. Me personally, I thought, you never know. At home, Juventus. And they came back. 10 against 11. They came back, they were leading 3-0, which of course forced this extra time, but at 10 against 11, you could see they were tired. Tired legs, and they couldn't keep up with Galatasaray, so Galatasaray scored 2 goals. Great for them, but credit to Juventus to show that they had the ability to fight back, and in front of their home crowd, give them something to cheer about. The sixth game was the game neither Noel nor me predicted correctly. It was Dortmund against Atalanta Bergamo. Dortmund won the first leg 2-0. It looked secured, and if you look at the percentage, normally you get through, but as I said in the prediction, Dortmund has been so inconsistent this year that I didn't predicted it, but you could feel it could happen. And what happened? 3-1. So we are going to extra time. A crazy foul from Dortmund, penalty kick, 4-1. Game over, go home, goodbye. And Atalanta, which is the only team, the only Italian team still in the competition, so quite an achievement for them. Let's see what will happen in the next round. Then we have a third game, the third game where we disagreed. Noel chose Brugge, I chose Atletico Madrid. The first leg was a 3-all affair. Um, Good play, good positive play from Brugge, and you could feel they could maybe have won that game, and that I think emotional high of getting back to 3-3, and yeah, it's against Atletico Madrid, took a toll, because when they went back to Madrid, it was not the same team, and Madrid were used to this kind of confrontation. They just dictated the play, closed out very well, especially in the first half, and 4-1 win. So overall, not that convincing from Atletico, but they did what they were supposed to do as the favorite, having the return leg at home. So predictable result for me, but Noel was not far. And finally, the last game, probably the worst tie of the 8 games that were offered to us. Leverkusen going to Olympiacos in the first leg. Olympiacos couldn't generate really any opportunities. So Patrick Schick, I think, scored both goals in the first leg, 2-0 for Leverkusen. And you could feel the limitation of Olympiacos were a little bit too much. And in the return leg, I was expecting at least Olympiacos to try, to go forward. And let's throw the kitchen sink. Not at all. They try to play. They try to keep a conservative approach to the game. Leverkusen didn't do much. Still had the best opportunities, I think. Schick again, and another one, maybe Grimaldo. And the game ended on a 0-0 score line. So Leverkusen is through. Not impressive, I have to say. But when you look at the opposition, the opposition was so weak that Leverkusen managed to get through. So now we're gonna go into the big draw, And this new version is quite annoying, I have to say, for this, because even when team qualifies, you don't know, because there are the seedings, and so maybe he's gonna play this team. You have 2 teams that possibly could face the team that just qualified. I don't really like that aspect of this new version. I like the new overall way that things are done, but this not knowing, my team's gonna play that team or this team, it's quite annoying. So now we're gonna go until the first one on the list anyway. On my list, it's the last 16, so 8 game. The first game is Paris Saint-Germain against Chelsea. So 2 big teams, no doubt about that. Form-wise, people might take Chelsea slightly over Paris Saint-Germain. However, I think Chelsea is not playing well. They haven't been playing well in the last months, at least 4 weeks. In the last 4 weeks, and I will go. Of course, I'm a Parisian fan, but I will go with experience and the fact that nobody is expecting Paris to do anything this year. So when you have nothing to lose, you are the defending champion, but people think like, no, they're not gonna go that far. So my prediction would be Paris Saint-Germain tight game, both game probably, but I will take Paris a slight edge for Paris, especially if everybody wakes up and Fabian Ruiz is back to his normal self. That's a big if, but I'd take Paris over Chelsea. The second leg would be Galatasaray, one of the surprise team, against the mighty Liverpool. So Liverpool didn't start the season well. They had a lot of issues, especially up front. But now I think it's once again, you have to respect the pedigree of their team, and Liverpool is made for this. Galatasaray is in a way, one of the surprise guests of this round, and their performance came against Juventus. So can they do it 2 times in a row? My money personally is on Liverpool, and I would even go to say that Liverpool might win both games, home and away. That's my take. Liverpool home and away. Now, for the third game, the third game, yes, that's the one I was waiting for. It was not sure. We didn't know, is Real Madrid gonna play Man City or not? Yes, they are. So now the mighty Real Madrid against Man City. On paper, right now, Man City is far superior to Real Madrid. After you might say, yeah, but the champion, because Madrid is a team of champions, the champion might surprise us. In my opinion, not at all. I would say both games for Man City or draw at Madrid on the first leg, and probably 2 or 3 goals difference in the second leg. For me, I'm not a fan of Man City, but right now in terms of forms, of quality plays, and Mbappe is injured, so for me it's not even close. It's Man City all the way. Our fourth game. Now, Atalanta Bergamo. They did the impossible almost against Dortmund, but now it is the mighty Bayern. Bayern has been scoring goals for fun. Harry Kane is having a tremendous season again. Olise is just world class. Of course, Bayern is my team. I don't see them. It's not possible that they are eliminated by Bergamo, especially with the return leg in München. So for Bergamo, I would say go 100% anyway on the home game. You might score a couple of goals because Bayern defense is my only real worries here. They at times they switch off and it's just bad defending. But overall, I would say Bayern should score over the 2 legs 6 goals. It should be 6 goals. So overall score, aggregate score should be 6-2, 6-3 maybe. But Bayern all the way, and for me without the shadow of a doubt. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm writing my prediction. I didn't do it before, I wanted to do it live, so Bayern all the way. This is an interesting tie. Newcastle United against Barcelona. On paper, Barcelona way ahead of Newcastle. Newcastle, they have been quite impressive in the last round. Return leg is at the Camp Nou. So this might be something that will help Barcelona. I think it's going to be a really tight affair. I know on paper you might think, yeah, Barcelona are the heavy favorites. I don't know. I just have this feeling. But like I'm not very brave, I'm going to go on the side of the favorites. I'm going to go with Barcelona, but I think if you have a little bit of money to put, maybe Newcastle could bring you something nice. Then we are at the game of 2 teams that haven't impressed this league. Tottenham Hotspur, they are in total disarray in the Premier League. They finish in the top 8. I don't know why, maybe the draw. Thank you, UEFA. For me, Tottenham played a second leg at home, but for me, Atletico Madrid all the way. All the way. I don't see Madrid getting eliminated by Tottenham. Not with the form they are in, and they should be worried about the Premier League Tottenham. So I think their mind's going to be somewhere else. And I see Atletico Madrid going at 100% in the first leg at home, trying to put 2-3 goals between them and Tottenham. And I do not see, honestly, I would be shocked, really shocked if Tottenham managed to qualify. The return leg is in London. Who knows, but Madrid for me again. Madrid. I don't see how they will manage to pass them. My team, my Bodo Glimt, and I will have my jersey soon of Bodo coming from China. Against, and that's the odds. Your Bodo Glimt, you beat Inter Milano, and now you face Sporting, which is with Galatasaray and Bodo, one of the three surprising teams in this round. So it's a really golden opportunity for Bodo Glimt. Come on, I think they can do it. Honestly, I'm going to put Bodo Glimt. Sporting, they've played well, but they haven't looked like unstoppable. They have very good sequences where they pass the ball very well and they can jump forward. But the spirit of the Vikings should prevail. So I will go Bodo Glimt again for this round. And the last tie, it should be a mismatch. On paper, it's a mismatch. Bayer Leverkusen against Arsenal. Arsenal have been flying all year long. Bayer Leverkusen, as I said previously, they were not that impressive in the qualifying round. So my money is on Arsenal. Both legs again. Should I predict both wins, both legs? It should be 2-1, 2-1, 3-1, 2-1, 3-0. Unless Leverkusen, I don't know, they find a magic bean and everybody plays 200%. This one for me is given. And if you look at the draw has been made for Arsenal. They have the all the way to the final normally. If you look at the draw, it should be Arsenal, Barcelona, if the favorite are respected. And that's it. These are the only favorite on that side of the draw. On the other side, you have Madrid, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Man City, Paris, Chelsea, Bayern Munich. This is unreal. So, this is the year or never for the Gunners. So, against Leverkusen, I would say, even if they don't win the first game, could be a 1-1 affair, kind of stalemate, not conceding, both sides not conceding. But for me, I see Arsenal easily. So these are my predictions, and I will make a video after everything is settled, and you can tell me what you think. What are your predictions? Do you think I'm going on the safe side by choosing most of the favorites? Maybe, but I think out of 8 games I should get 6. In the previous round I got 6, so it should stay the same. So don't forget to like the video, please. This will help. Subscribe. Tell your friend to subscribe if it's possible. And I hope you enjoy these short videos that I think wasn't too long compared to my other videos. And have a nice evening and see you soon. Bye.